Hi, it's Malcolm here, and welcome to this video about the PR ratings and another update. Okay, for those that have just come along and are just looking at the software, I'll start at the top and work my way down. Okay, so the first part of the PR ratings is regarding filters. This is the way you can cut down selections, races, so that you are only dealing with runners or races that you want to deal, that you want to work with. So it's pretty basic. You can obviously go back over different days if you want to. This goes back all the way till the 1st of 2015 if you want to go back over any day and see what the results were. You can select the number of runners of the races that you want to see. So if you only wanted to see races that had 8 to 10 runners, you would just do that. We have this early rank, which is we get this 6 a.m. price, or somewhere around 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning. And we also rank the runners by that price in the morning. But you can select, say, the favourite at 6 a.m. If you want to, or the top 2 or the top 6 or just whatever. So you have plenty of scope for only seeing the selections that you want to see. The green rating is a rating that I've created, which is basically adding up a number of different ratings based on their values, and it actually gives a column which is this one here. And it only does handicap races. Most of the ratings that we do are only handicap. We've only just recently introduced showing all race cards, but most of the ratings that are actually in PR ratings are only for handicap races. But people were asking to see all the race cards, so I've added in all the race cards as well, so that you can have a look at all of them. A lot of the other information is still there, the form information, the information about the horses and everything else. It's just some of the ratings aren't available for non-handicap races. We've done a weight rank as well, so you can rank the horses by weight, which is basically the same as the cloth number. Number of runs the horses had in our database. Our database goes back to 2012. So it's the number of runs in our database, so it may be slightly different to, like the Racing Post that's got racing information going back hundreds of years, but ours goes back to 2012. You can select back, place, laid, dash. This is for if you are using the bot link that we give away with the cards as well. The bot link works with the grey horse bot and our light bots, and basically allows you to create a system, if you like, and put the link into the bot, and it downloads the selections that meet your criteria every day. So once you've come up with a criteria, you never have to worry about creating it every day. The bot will just automatically download the selections that meet that criteria. So that's quite a good part of PR ratings. Jockey runs today, trainer runs today, how many runs they've got. Tips count, we've got our own tipster system of counts of how many tipsters are tipping different horses. We've got the lunchtime price, which comes in about 11 a.m. So again, we've ranked the lunchtime price, so you can see here the 11 a.m. price. And so again, you can see, so you could actually look at, say, the only selections that were favourite in the morning and at 11 o'clock, if you wanted to, or only favourites in the morning but a second favourites later on in the day, just to see if there's any drifters going out. Another rating, our main rating that I created based on statistical information. That's quite a large rating. It tends to work better where if you're backing with horses that are rated over 0. It is a very, very wide rating, so if you're going to use it, you really need to look into it. And NS rating is another rating I created, which again is based on statistical information, but a slightly different way than this rating here. Last time out, -1 is that they never finished the race last time out, and then we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Or you can do not. So you could say you only want to see selections that were not first and second last time out. Just a really easy way of doing it. Last 3 runs, this is something I put together. Again, I've only done it for handicaps. I might spread that out actually now, but basically just adds up the last 3 runs. I come across this system ages ago and it stuck in my head, and I just thought, oh well, I'll make up me own one as well. So I put it in here. So if it's useful to you, I actually use it for a couple of systems. Day since last run, obviously when the horse last ran, we all know what that is. BSP. So you can search the selections on BSP. Now, obviously, if you're looking at today's race card, we don't have the results yet because it's too early. But you can still do it, but based on other times, so like the 6 a.m. So you could select only runners that were between 1 and 2 at 6 a.m. in the morning if you wanted to do that. The MR rating is another rating I came up with, again slightly different to the other two. It's based on a number of factors that I sort of over the last 12 years have built up, and I sort of turned it into a number system, and basically that's it. Again, it's quite wide, so you really need to narrow it down. But again, it's just another way of looking at the runners. Class, obviously, so you can select races based on class. Now this one is like based on the chance of winning. So you can convert all odds to chance of winning, obviously by dividing 100 divided by the odds or the prices that are available. And this is like a steamers or drifters, and it's based between the 6 a.m. and the 11 a.m. price. So if it's worse than the 6 a.m. price at 11 a.m., then it's a drifter. If it's better than the 6 a.m. price at 11 a.m., then it's a steamer, obviously. This section here is for Dutching, if you like, or getting strong groups of runners. So you can say, okay, the top 4 must have a chance of winning over, I don't know, say 60% or 70%. So you then got a good chance of selecting only runners or runners that have got a good chance of winning. So you can then deal with the top 4. Of course, that's not always true. Sometimes races are won by horses that seem to have no chance of winning, but it does allow you to select a number. And if you want a Dutch 4 horses or 2 horses, you obviously want them to be quite strong runners. So that's a way of doing that. This is an ordering system, so you can order the cards in different ways. So by the 6 a.m. price, by the rank, by the green rate, and different things. So you can just view this card slightly differently. The OR, the horses OR and the OR rank. I've ranked the horses as well by OR, so which I found really useful actually, because it's okay sort of trying to tie down OR numbers, but I found it a lot more useful to rank them, so I know what's the top OR and what's the second and that sort of thing. Age range, obviously you can filter by age range. This is if you want a Dutch, you can create a Dutching system so it like only shows the top 4, and that way the bot link also realizes it's the Dutch and makes sure it Dutches the selections. So it's mainly to do with the bot, but it does change the configuration of the screen to only show 4 as well. I missed this part, but you can obviously filter by flat, AW, hurdle, chase, and national hunt flat if you want to. Class movement, up, down, or the same. Weight movement, up, down, or the same. And distance movement, up, down, or the same. That's based on the last race. So has the horse gone up in class, or is it the same class? Has it gone up in distance? All our distances in our database are exact. So like a distance winner in our database is the exact distance. It's not like on a lot of websites where it's an approximate based on I don't know, a number of things they do to get an approximate distance win, but ours is exact. This is the latest filter that we put in, so it's course winners, distance winners, course distance winners. So that's basically they've won at the course and at the distance at that course. and beaten favourites. Okay, so that's all the filters. So next, I'll just show you actually. I've selected 8 to 10 runners. If I click that button and just hide this quickly to show you, you'll see that all the runners or all the races selected are 8 to 10. So basically it allows you to quickly find the selection. So if I wanted 8 to 10 runners and top ranked, I would do that. And again, 8 to 10 runners, but I've only got the first ranked in the morning. And as we're back on the 1st of 1st 2015, that's the sorry, that would have been the selections that day. So if we go back to today, which is the 22nd, I think. I think it's 22nd today, 22nd, the 7th of 2016, and click the button. Then we've got the selections for today, and as you can see, sorry, I can hide that again and show you selections for today. So there you go. And that's basically how you use the rate, the filters with the PR rating. So let's now have a look at the columns. So you'll see here there's a load of information that you can highlight. By unticking these boxes, you bring more information on the screen. So I automatically tick a load of them. So if I just reset the system, just so we're back to normal, you can see that I've made it sort of a basic card. But there are loads of things, so I'm just going to go through those briefly. So obviously form, that's unticked last time out. As I said, I've done that last free figure. Days since last run. Then I've created this last free and DSLR added together to create another figure. So I don't know, I just done it. Then you've got the weight and the weight rank. Jockey runs today. Jockey. Now this is jockey runs during the day, so you can see what run the jockey is on. So if the jockey's got 3 or 4 runs, you can see if it's on the first run, second run or third run. So that's quite interesting. I put that in just in case I could come up with a system that sort of showed jockeys getting worn out during the day or fresher at certain times, that sort of thing. Just, one of those ideas. Trainer runs today. Tips, which is the tips that I talked about earlier. Horse information. You can get, by clicking that button, you get a lot of information about the race as well that isn't in the main card. It's sort of got all these little bits of information, which is a quick way of looking at the race to see if there's anything that stands out that you might want to have a look at. OR, official ranking, OR rank, number of runs, Malcolm's rating or MR rating. Then there's these other 4 little ratings that I came up with as well. Again, some of these are actually based on adding together other ratings to get a new rating figure or dividing and minusing. They're all sort of little ratings I tried to put together just to give a little slightly different picture of what the of how the race might go. The green rating, which is that column there, and as I said, only handicap races are green rated, so it's not in all cards, and you can actually create your own green ratings now by actually highlighting cells. As you see here, the score goes up, so there's a lot more options to do that now. Another rating, that's another little rating as well, NS, all just lets you know that most of the ratings are in for the day. So when you're looking at the race card, you can see like here, see there's not available any ratings, but on here it's all okay now. It's this column here, so on non-handicap races that will always be NA. Okay, so you can see the early rank prices if you want. You can see the results. I've left 10:30 in there. Maybe I should put a tick box in there. I haven't at the moment. You can see the BSP if you want to. I've left that unticked, and the early BSP. Chance of winning 6 a.m., 11 a.m. BSP. Chance of winning 11 a.m. DSP if you want to know what that is. Steamers and drifters, this is based on the 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. price. It shows whether the horse has steamed or drifted at that time. Again, I think I only do that for handicap races, but in fact it's not in there, but place prices, BSP rank, in-play minimum, in-play maximum, and then we go to age, one at class, one at going or similar, claiming rider, class up or down, distance up or down, weight up or down, whether it's a beaten favourite, the jockey name, the trainer name, whether it's wearing headgear and what headgear that is, a course winner, a distance winner, a CD winner, and of course, and now you can decide whether you just want to see handicap races. So if I was to click that, and now I'm only looking at handicap races. So just for an instance, just say that I wanted to see the number of runs a horse had, the age, and one at class and one at going. If I click that, those columns will now come in. So number of runs, age, one at class and one at going, so they are now there. And as I said, I can select any of these and add up my own score, which will appear over here. Okay, so that's basically the PR ratings filters and columns filters. You can save your selection system if you like. So if you've got a particular way you like the card set up, then you just have to save it. You have as many saves as you like at the moment, and delete saves obviously. So you can set it up as you like. If you come down, and at the bottom you'll see that there are this weird figure here. This is the bot link. It automatically creates a link based on your criteria, and so if you've tied it down that you're only selecting several runners a day based on a particular criteria, that link will show you what the selections are at any time at any of the day. And if you're using a bot, you put that link in the bot and it will automatically download them as well. So I can show you actually briefly. I think if I take that, it's going to be a lot of runners today because we haven't done any. So if we cut that down actually to 8 to 10 runners, or 8 to 15, and only the early rank runners, okay, and click that. So as you can see, we've got we've got a number of selections. So if I hide that, come down to the link, that's all our first rank runners, and click it and go to another window, add it to the browser. Okay, you'll see that this is a really weird link, but if we go view page source and 1400 first, if we come back up here, is Mecca Mrs. and Mrs. Burbridge. So as you can see, they're the same selections. So if you were to create a system like that, so you only wanted to see first phase, it can be anything, but the bot link will automatically create that for you. You can also create a bot link based on particular selections. So you could say I only want to use that one, and say that one, the first two, okay. And if we click that link, you should see. Oh, sorry, I didn't quite do that right. No, we've got to do it. I haven't used that for so long. I was thinking, oh, do I click that link or that link? Sorry, so if we was only going to use that one, that's a bit embarrassing. I should remove that from the video, but I'm going to show that I'm only human, and I do sometimes get things wrong. So, and I wanted to, just say I wanted to lay those selections. I click that, and then I get this link up here. And if I put that link into a browser, and there's those two selections again, and you'll notice that it says L to lay. So you can actually select runners and put them into the bot every day, really easy. So yeah, they're all the features of the PR ratings. obviously you can hide things and you can change things, and I give away systems and all sorts of things in the members area. Plenty of videos to see. And yeah, I mean, it covers loads and loads of information. Oh, and even if you go to the horses, it's got all the horses past results and information based on our database, which I said goes back to 2012. So you can see who was riding them and the weights and everything else. And again, it shows whether they were the same class and same distance and all that sort of thing. Okay, well, I hope you found that interesting, and I hope you take me up on the PR ratings. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.